Welcome again to Your Tech Software by Your Designs Mobile Solutions. Again, we're going to go into the segment information. Clicking on the bar in any area will take you right directly into that particular segment. One of the things that you will notice is as you get in here, let me tell you about segments real fast. Segments are kind of like different sections of the system or different sections of the equipment that you're going to work on. Say, for instance, at one moment you might be working on the battery. The next moment you may be working on the seat or a handle or a steering or tires. Each one of those items are a different segment that would be set up, and parts and labor and those things like that would be assigned against each one of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through this particular segment and give you a little bit of information. There's a lot of really good information about the equipment right here on the page, as well as PM dates, last meter readings, expected dates, and other things like that. Notice that there is a orange or several orange items on here. Orange is colored. Those items are basically required items. So therefore, in order to continue on, you're going to need to, or to finalize this work order, you're going to have to basically have some information in there. So first off, we're going to grab these and put in some information. So we'll just add another hour to it as we're kind of working on it. And at this point, we have different things we can go into and all of that stuff. Now, this section down here is the warranty information. And there could be just a couple warranties, there may be no warranties, but this gives us a good indication of what's going on and the termination dates of the warranties or the end dates. Now, if you're using the iPad version, and yes, there is an iPad version, there is a button up on top that will take you over to the warranty screen. That will show you a larger section of the warranty. In most cases, companies who have service done, and especially if it ends up being customer damage, they like to get a picture to kind of make sure that the tech is showing exactly what's going on. So what we can do here is we're going to basically add a new photo, and we're going to go to the paperclip button here, and we're going to click on the paperclip, and this will take us over to an area where at this point we have C containers that we're going to pull in. So now we have a C container actually added to our service order. What we're going to do now is, because we need to note some damage that's on this particular C container. So what I'm going to do is click on the editing screen or the pencil screen, paint screen, and then I'm going to go over here and change my thickness. We can also change whether or not what color we're using. If we wanted to use red or white or gray or black. This particular piece, I think, is going to work better with black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line over to the area where I'm talking about. Then I'm going to circle an area, and then I'm going to basically circle another area, just like I was noting some damage on this particular picture. Not really damage there, but I'm just going to note it like there was. So at this point I can click OK. Now what it does is it actually takes those pictures and updates it with that drawing on top of it. So now what we can do is we can actually put a description in here. You can be more descriptive if you like, and then press Save Picture, and what that will do is that will actually attach that picture to the ERP system's service order. So now when they go and they review the service order, they'll be able to see this picture that was taken. The other thing that most companies really like to do is add notes to their service orders. And what we can do here is we can add notes of several different types. So we can put header notes in, general notes, fault notes, internal notes, meaning that you only want the folks in the office to see it, and then resolution notes. For the most part, general notes does the best for most folks. So what we'll do is we'll leave that there and we'll hit the select button. And then we may want to put a note in there. In a lot of cases, it's the description of the work that was done or what everyone was doing with it. We're just going to put in a test note. And then over here, you'll notice that it has print on invoice, where you can click the check or not print on invoice. So I'm going to leave it checked print on invoice, and then I'm going to add the note. And now the note is up here above, and what we're going to do is hit the back button. The notes are in, the pictures are in, everything seems to be really good at this particular point in time. There is one more piece that we want to talk about. Let's say, for instance, we needed to work on something that we didn't already have a segment open for. So what we can do here is we can click on the New Segment button, and at that point we get sent over to a screen where we're asked a few questions about the job and component codes. Well, I'm going to pull this in and put door on here and hit the drop down, and we're going to say access doors, and then we're going to say that they are avoidable damage because somebody banged that container up against something. In the modifier, what we're going to do is we're going to repair them. So basically that's what we're going to do. And once I press Save Segment, we've basically created a new segment for this particular service order. So after a couple seconds it will pop up. We can click on the segment button, which is the green button to alternate between segments, and this will take us to our new segment. And that concludes our video on segments. Stay tuned for the next video, which is parts and labor. Thank you.